Okay, I'm going to show you how to draw using some shapes. So I've put my picture in, I've made sure that layer 1 is locked, and I'm now going to draw on layer 2. So it's highlighted blue, that's how I know I'm working on that layer. And I'm going to start to pick out which bits of this drawing I think will be easiest to draw first, and it's usually the bits that can use shapes that I've already got. So instead of tracing the detailed stuff, which I will need the pen for, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of all the big shapes in this drawing. So I'm going to choose the ellipse tool to get my circles. Make my line black. There's my circle. Just happens to be the correct size, or slightly needs resizing. Now because it's been drawn in black pen, this particular drawing, I'm going to change my line colour so I can see where I've been. There's no green in this picture, so I might go with green. So if I just select a bright green, so this way I can see where I've traced much easier than if I were to use black, which matches the colour behind it. So once I've drawn one circle, I can just Control C, Control V, quickly copy another, make that the right size. Now the line is quite thick, so in order to get all this detail, I'm going to have to make my line smaller using the stroke weight tool. Just use my arrows to get those in position on my keyboard. Copy and paste. And so on and so forth, getting my circles in position. Now I can colour these later, I'm just trying to get everything down first of all. Now there's a star in the middle, and fortunately there is already a star shape available. So I select that by keeping my cursor down on the shape button, and I get a variation of shapes to choose from. I've still got my button clicked down. Select star. It's getting pretty tricky in there, so I'm just going to draw it out here and then move it into position. Resize it slightly. And I can, if I hover off the corner, I can rotate it so it's the same as the one underneath. And if I need to tweak it slightly, I can just use my white arrow to select the anchors. So my white arrow will select these individual anchor points. From there, I can edit it. Okay, so that's done. Right, now I need to make the P shape. So there I can see a rectangle. So I'm going to hold down the shape tool again, select my rectangle, and I'm going to make sure that these lines cross, because if I then select my black arrow and select the outline, so I have the outer circle and the rectangle selected, and I want to take this bit out here. So for that I use the Pathfinder tool. So a path is a line, and I want to make this one line and get rid of this one. So I'm going to merge those two shapes together. So if I go to Window, it's already ticked, Window, Pathfinder, and you should get this window here. So with this you can take shapes away from each other, you can merge shapes, add shapes together, which is what I'm going to do now. So if I click that, and if we just watch over here what happens to this line. Okay, so those two have combined to give me my P shape. And I can now start to fill these in with colour. And I can change my line back to black. I've done those colours the wrong way around, actually I need to swap them. And I've lost my circles, so I'm going to arrange, send to back, my other circles. So I think this one was white. Again, done those the wrong way around. I'm going to swap them. And right now, if I need to just have a look underneath what the colours were again, I can go back to my layers and I can get rid of the drawings that I've been doing by or get rid of the visibility of them. It's not deleting them, it's just temporarily losing sight of them when you click that eye on the layer. So I can see I have another circle to draw, I think, but for now, I'll just make this one blue. Wrong one. And we're almost done. So line blue, fill blue, and then white for the star. So I think there's another line in there somewhere, and I might want to put my black outline on those. I'm not going to use the swatch because I want them all to be the same black, so I'm going to use that black there. And that's something like what I've got underneath, just slightly more accurate. It also works the other way around, so I can see what I've drawn, and if I hit the layer 1 eye, then I can get rid of that to see just exactly how much I've drawn. Okay, have a go at that.